Hey, Magic friends, welcome back. This is your captain speaking here on Magic the Gathering Transformers channel. That's right, guys. They just announced from PulseCon, Hasbro's PulseCon has announced Transformers alternate art cards are going to be in Brothers War. And why wouldn't they be? Nothing but a whole bunch of mechanized metal, Phyrexians, Urza, Mishra, Transformers seems like a great fit, but what does that mean for Magic? So, what we got right now is some spoilers from PulseCon. I want to hook you guys up with, walk you through the thought process, the mechanics, and what I think they're going to be legal in, because they honestly haven't said. If they did, I probably missed it because I was so excited when I seen these cards. Just not even going to lie. So don't forget to sub up. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. We're going to start them off with Optimus Prime, the hero. So first thing you're going to notice here is there's two kinds of cards. There's this Optimus Prime and this Optimus Prime. So the difference between the cards are completely identical, except this is from what they call the G1 series of the new Autobots. And in the G1 series, I believe they have two forms of Optimus, or two forms of robot in general. For example, we know that Optimus Prime is an Autobot who is the good guy. As you can see here, this is the Shattered Glass version, where in an alternate reality, the Autobots are actually the bad guys. They conquer um, their world, and the actual Decepticons are the ones fighting back. It's a complete role reversal. So the cards are the same. The art looks different. They're just as cool, but I do like that. So with that said, let's go through real quick what these cards look like, where they are, what their abilities are, and then we'll talk about how you get them in Brothers War. So first off, here we have a new mechanic called More Than Meets the Eye. You can see here it's a white, red, blue, and 2. The original cost is white, red, blue, and 3. If you use the More Than Meets the Eye mechanic, you can cast the card for its converted cost, which means that for this mana, you get the backside. Now, if you cast the front side, it says at the beginning of each end step, bolster 1. So you choose a card, and you bolster your +1/+1 counter. When Optimus Prime dies, return it to the battlefield converted under its owner's control. So they can't use the word transform because copyrights and all this other shenanigans. So converted is the mechanic. So a converted card comes to the field, it looks like this. Notice this is going to be the back of the card. These are all two-sided cards. You haven't figured it out yet. It's a 6/8. It's got living metal. As long as it's your turn, this vehicle is a creature. So these are vehicles you don't have to crew because they're Autobots. They're Decepticons. They don't need people driving them for them to attack. So a 6/8 with trample. Whenever you attack, you bolster 2. The chosen creature gains trample to end of turn. When that creature deals combat damage to a player this turn, you convert Optimus Prime, flipping him back to this version. So how cool is that? And then of course you have the Shattered Glass version here, which I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty sexy. The whole Decepticon purple theme goes on the Autobots, so forth and so on. You have traditional Autobots. This is really amazing, and man, do I like it. So not only do we have Optimus Prime, but what else do we have? They showed more than just him. That's right. They also showed Starscream, everybody's favorite doofus. Starscream, the power hungry here, is a black and 3. For a 2/3 with flying, whenever you draw a card, if you're the Monarch, target player loses 2 life. Whenever one or more creatures deal combat damage to you, convert Starscream, which means you change him to this. Also, you can get him on this from the beginning if you pay more than meets the eye of a black and 2. Living Metal, Flying, Menace, Haste. So 2/3 Flying, Menace, and Haste. Now, in this form, whenever Starscream deals combat damage to a player, if there is no Monarch, that player becomes the Monarch. Whenever you become the Monarch, you convert Starscream. So basically, he gives Monarch to someone else, and then you take it back. It's what it looks like. Or no, you get to be Monarch. I'm sorry. Anyway, point being, this is phenomenal. This is a good card. I'm not even gonna lie. Uh, Also, the Shattered Glass version, seeing Starscream in what looks like the same colors, right? But you can tell he's more heroish because he's not doesn't have all the black and blue. headpiece. He looks different. It's pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. So that is Starscream. Very cool. Moving on, we also have Slicer, the hired muscle. So you guys may recognize Slicer. Again, this is from the G1 universe. He is a alternate of what we all would know as old time boys as Wheeljack. So here, Slicer hired muscles are red and 4 for a 3/4. More than meets the eye is a red and 3. He has double strike and haste at 3/4. That's insane. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, you may have that player gain control of Slicer until the end of turn. If you do untap Slicer, goad it, and it can't be sacrificed this turn if you don't convert it. So converted, hits living metal. He's a 3/2 for 3 with first strike and haste. Whenever Slicer deals combat damage to a player, convert it at end of combat. So for 3 mana, you can hit somebody with Slicer and then get this nasty 3/4 haste and double striker. It's just insane. Uh, I'm sure there's all kinds of cool stuff on here that you can do. Since there's gold on this, I'm gonna guess that these are commander only cards or eternal formats as well. But with that said, these cards are still sweet. I mean, come on, they're Transformers for the love of all that's holy. All right, so moving on. What do we got next? Next, we have Soundwave. How could you not love Soundwave? So we have the regular version here as a bad guy. We have the Shattered Glass version here. He's got the green, looks like a ninja. Wada! Anyway, so we'll read this since you can't read this because they're all the same cards. Black, blue, white, and 1 for a 5/4. His more than meets the eye is a black, blue, white, and 2. But what he does in this form is whenever one or more creatures one or more creature tokens you control deal combat damage to a player, exile target instant or sorcery card with mana value equal to the damage dealt from their graveyard, copy it. You may cast it without paying its mana cost. If you do, convert Soundwave. How disgusting is that? So once you convert Soundwave, it says whenever you cast a spell with an odd mana value, convert Soundwave. If you do, create Ravage, a legendary black robot artifact creature token with menace and death touch. Whenever you cast a spell with an even mana number, convert Soundwave. If you do, create Laserbeak, a legendary 2/2 blue robot artifact creature token with flying and hexproof. So here's a picture of Ravaged. I see the picture of Laserbeak running around somewhere, but I forgot to grab it. So sorry about that. But still, how cool is that? You get Ravage and Laserbeak. Oh my lord, I love it. All right, so moving on, we've got one more I think to show you. Oh, got two more actually. So here's Goldbug, humanity's ally. So this is kind of like, um, Beetle, but different. Again, this is the G1 universe. He's always trying to, in this kind of universe, I think he's trying to overthrow Optimus Prime. He's like the Starscream of the Autobots, which is really kind of dumb in a way, I think. But anyway, um, but here we have the front side is a 3/3. Prevent all combat damage that will be dealt to attacking humans you control. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, convert Goldbug. Or you can more than meets the eye him for a white and blue. He's a 1/3 with living metal. Humans spells you control can't be countered. Whenever Goldbug and at least one other human attack, draw a card and convert Goldbug. How sweet is that? This is going to be a powerhouse at this kind of mana level. This is going to see play in a lot of formats. And of course, then you have, the Shattered Glass versions over here where the Autobots are the bad guys. Just amazing. I really like it. This is just so cool. I can't say enough how cool this is. So let's move on to our very last card. The spoiler, we have Flame War, Brash Veteran, again from G1. This is actually tidbit information, a character that was made by the fan base, so that's really cool. Red, black, and 1 for a 3/2. Sacrifice another artifact, put a +1/+1 counter on Flame War and convert it. Activate only as a sorcery. For 1, discard your hand, put all exiled cards you own with intel counters on them into your hand. Very interesting, right? So how do you get that? Well, if you look at more than meets the eye, black and red, you get Living Metal, Menace, and Death Touch. Whenever Flame Wave deals combat damage to a player, exile that many cards from the top of your library face down. Put a Intel counter on each of them and convert Flame Wave. So this is an amazing card to let you draw cards. Again, also very cheap. This is really going to be something that's going to see a lot of play, and I think it's going to be very devastating. And these are just the first Autobots. There may be more. Um, we don't know. PulseCon's still going. We just had the one for today, so I thought this was amazing. I wanted to get it out to you guys as fast as possible. And because of that, I'm going to delay the box opening of Here Be Dragons till Sunday and push out the regular box openings for the set boxes for Dominaria. So keep that in mind. I want to keep the content rolling without trying to give you guys too much to try to digest in one day. Also, I promised you guys I would tell you where you could get these from. Believe it or not, if you can't guess, these are going to be in collector boosters, but they're also going to be in set boosters. That came out of Gavin Verhey's own mouth. Now, let's hope he's not wrong, but if these are in set boosters and collector boosters, that's going to be awesome. That means they're going to be easy to get, easier to get. The only question next lies in the set booster. Is it only in the set boosters because these are going to be list slot cards? If they are, let's hope to Jesus that they don't do to them like they did with Stranger Things and make them so common that they're not worth anything in the list slot. Because I really think these will be really sweet cards uh, just in general. Because don't forget, we also have serialized cards in there. There's so much stuff in Brothers War is going to be so spectacular and awesome. I cannot wait for this set to come out. Oh, my Lord. So, with that said, guys, don't forget, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Comments down below is going to feed that YouTube algorithm. Hit that notification bell. You're going to get more notifications every time I post something because I'll light it up as soon as I know about it, and so will you. If you've done everything you can to support the channel and you've already subscribed, thank you. If you want to do more or if you won't subscribe because you're just mean to me, feel free to also support the channel by links in the description that go to the eBay store, the Patreon page, and there's an email in there if you want to reach out and say, hey, and do a little talking. So, as always, guys, till next time, be kind, and I hope to see you across from the game table playing with Transformers.